Engagement, man.
No.
You took it to the desert. You taking it back. The promo was
Because I'm looking at it. Listen, I'm looking at it, and congratulations, but my mano. What did the dude do the sandwich? The Ak way?
The Aki way.
Don't get the Aki way. Stay focused. They always tell you they the prince or they the this, they all full of shit. They just own a business where they make a lot of money. This guy really got engaged to the Princess Al Maktoum of Dubai. You and your fiance, don't mess up.
So this is the daughter of the ruler of Dubai, and apparently she uses controversial rule on social media.
This was like, I got an opportunity for you. I don't have the money for you, but I got the opportunity.
Good for a loan. I go to French Montana and get a loan now. Like, I'm good for the loan. That ain't even 188 million, that's trillions. He's part of a, yo.
You know, so I usually do my homework. I'll find somebody who knows somebody or something. They can give me some information, like, who is it? Like, who is he? And, you know, Frenchie, they got me the tape. They got me the tape of his mother's house, where his mom's work at. You know what I'm saying? The other cribs, the studios, and stuff like that.
That's the Cali tape.
Right.
Okay.
I had all of it.
Fat Joe didn't show up to clap for French Montana's wedding. He showed up to warn him. In Joe's eyes, this wasn't just a happy milestone. It was the beginning of something dangerous. He's watched too many rappers celebrate love one moment and lose everything the next. And he made it clear that French is no exception. To Joe, marriage in this industry isn't a fairy tale. It's a battlefield.
Oh, we gonna find you in Sudan. Don't mess up. Sudan is where they're not coming to rescue you. Yo, hey, I'm happy for my brother. Nobody loved French Montana more than me. You do know I got his first song to play on Hot 97 with Funk Flex. Nobody want to play his song. They blocking him. They just, you know, look at his documentary. He gives Fat Joe the credit. He from the Bronx. I know him since he was a kid.
Joe's first warning was simple. Don't confuse the wedding with the marriage. The party is easy. Lights, cameras, celebrities, champagne. But the marriage, that's where the pain begins if you're not ready. French Montana might be caught up in the glamour, but Joe reminded him that what comes next is about contracts, money, and loyalty. And if French isn't sharp, that loyalty will get tested fast. Joe went straight to the point about money. In this business, when things fall apart, the first battlefield is financial. Divorce court doesn't care about love, it cares about assets. French isn't just a man, he's a business, a brand, an empire. If he doesn't lock down protection, if he doesn't put safeguards in place, he's handing over the keys to his fortune. Joe warned him that the same money French uses to celebrate today could be used to destroy him tomorrow.
It's engagement, man.
No.
You took it to the desert. You taking it back. The promo was
because I'm looking at it. Listen, I'm looking at it, and congratulations, but my mano. What did the dude do the sandwich? The Ak way?
The Aki way.
Don't get the Aki way. Stay focused.
The next part of Joe's warning cut even deeper. He made it clear that in this industry, motives are never simple. People attach themselves to rappers for fame, status, and luxury, not always for love. Joe pressed French to stop being naive. Just because someone stands next to you at the altar doesn't mean they're standing with you for life. And if French doesn't separate love from lifestyle, he's setting himself up to get played. Fat Joe reminded French of the curse that haunts the industry. Hip-hop marriages collapse faster than almost anything else. Rappers lose fortunes, reputations, and families because they believed love alone would save them. But Joe's seen the truth. The industry magnifies every fight, every rumor, every mistake. French Montana's personal life won't stay personal. Every crack will be turned into headlines. Every weakness will be exposed.
Table, and I'm sure there were some other ones also.
Yeah. I came to Steve Rifkin when I had Chopper Down. I walked in the office, it was him and Gabi. And Gabi was managing. I was like, yo, Steve, give me $200,000. Let me go make music. You know what I'm saying? Just let me. Steve was like, nah, I'll give it to you.
Never got it.
Never got it. I dropped.
Which is funny because Gabi's the president of SRC. Steve is like the CEO, but
so I don't know what type of
but
weird.
Steve makes the final call.
Yeah. So I asked for $200,000. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Joe's words turned even sharper when he addressed loyalty. Everyone looks loyal when money's flowing and life is good. But real loyalty only shows when the pressure hits. French Montana can't confuse comfort with commitment. If the fame fades, if the checks slow down, Joe warned him that's when he'll see the truth. And the truth is often ugly. Betrayal doesn't announce itself. It hides in plain sight until the moment it strikes. Joe demanded that French stop ignoring the warning signs. Overspending, outside influence, sudden shifts in behavior. These are red flags that too many artists brush off until it's too late. By the time the papers are filed, the damage is already done. Joe's aggressive message was clear. Pay attention now, or pay the price later. Even in his harsh tone, Joe acknowledged the slim chance of marriage being a blessing. If French truly found someone loyal and genuine, then maybe this marriage could bring peace, balance, and stability. But Joe didn't dwell on that hope for long. In his eyes, the risk outweighs the reward unless French proves this love is solid from the ground up. Anything less, and it's a ticking time bomb.
Colin comes out, like we said, and now you have real deals on the table. And out of all those, you go with Diddy.
That's not how it really went.
Was it Diddy? Was it Bad Boy MMG?
Yeah, I went to go see Ross. And Ross was like, I got an opportunity for you. I don't have the money for you, but I got the opportunity. I guess because the same thing Meek did, the same thing Wale did. I guess whatever the way the situation, his label was, he wasn't trying to give me the money I wanted. And I wanted like a whole bunch of money. But he was like, look, let's do it like this. Let's go Puff. Let's get him to give you the bag. You can still be MMG / you know what I'm saying? Bad Boy, Coke Boys, yep.
Right. How much money did you get?
$2 million.
The aggression in Joe's words wasn't random. It came from watching brothers lose everything. He's seen mansions sold, careers collapse, and children caught in the middle of ugly breakups. He's watched too many men cry after the damage is already done, and he refuses to let French Montana walk into that fire without a warning. Joe's anger was the anger of someone who's seen the end of this story too many times. Joe framed French's marriage as more than love. It's about legacy. French isn't just another rapper chasing hits. He's established, respected, and seen as a cultural figure. His marriage won't just affect him personally. It will define how people view his name for years to come. If it works, it proves strength and wisdom. If it fails, it cements him as another cautionary tale, another headline about love gone wrong. Another sharp blow came when Joe talked about French's circle. The same friends clapping for him today might vanish tomorrow when things get ugly. Managers, associates, and even family members can push him into decisions that serve their own interests, not his. Joe stressed that French needs to cut the noise and surround himself with people who protect him, not people who profit off his downfall. Joe's harshest point was that survival has to come before romance. In the streets and in the industry, survival is everything. Love is optional, protection is mandatory. Joe said French can't afford to let emotions cloud judgment. Every move has to be calculated. Every choice has to be about protecting the empire. Because in this business, if you let love blind you, you don't just lose a partner, you lose everything. Joe left no room for excuses. French Montana is too experienced, too established, and too surrounded by examples to play dumb. If he ignores the warnings, the culture won't feel sorry for him when it all falls apart. Joe's words carried no sympathy, just a demand for accountability. French can't afford to walk into this blindly. Joe closed his warning by framing French's marriage as a fork in the road. It will either strengthen his legacy or destroy it. It will either show that he was smart enough to protect his empire or prove that he let emotions ruin everything. There is no middle ground. To Joe, this marriage isn't just about love. It's a test, and the results will decide whether French Montana is remembered as a man who built wisely or as a fool who handed everything away. Fat Joe stressed that history in hip-hop repeats itself. Every decade, the same stories play out. Rappers fall in love, ignore advice, and end up stripped of wealth and respect. Joe's voice carried frustration as he reminded French that he's seen this movie before, and it never ends well. If French doesn't take the warning seriously, he'll be just another chapter in the same tired story of love gone wrong in the industry. Joe warned that the public, the same people cheering for French today, will flip the second trouble starts. The culture loves drama more than happy endings. If the marriage cracks, blogs, YouTube channels, and gossip pages will feed on French's pain. Instead of support, he'll become content. Joe's message was harsh. Protect your image now, because once the story flips, the same people clapping will laugh at your downfall. Joe's aggression softened only slightly when he talked about the next generation. He reminded French that marriage isn't just about two people. It can shape families, children, and future legacies. A toxic or broken marriage doesn't just hurt the couple, it leaves scars on everyone connected. Joe demanded that French think about the bigger picture, because reckless decisions today could damage generations tomorrow. Joe wrapped his brutal lecture with an ultimatum: get serious or get destroyed. There's no middle ground. In his mind, French Montana either steps into this marriage with his eyes wide open, contracts signed, circle cleaned up, loyalty tested, or he risks losing everything he's built. Joe's final word wasn't congratulation, it was a challenge. Prove you're smarter than the curse, or accept that your marriage could be the very thing that ruins you. Fat Joe didn't sugarcoat it. Fame attracts predators. He warned that people will smile in your face, act supportive, and even play the perfect partner, all while plotting how to take advantage of you. For French Montana, the target on his back is bigger than ever. Joe made it clear that predators don't care about your happiness, they care about your pockets. And if French isn't brutally cautious, he could end up feeding wolves disguised as family. Joe came down hard on a common industry myth that marriage will somehow fix a chaotic life. He dismissed that idea completely. Marriage doesn't heal bad habits, it exposes them. If French thinks this move will magically stabilize him, he's in for a rude awakening. Joe's warning was simple. Marriage multiplies problems, it doesn't erase them. And in the public eye, those problems will be 10 times louder. Joe also called out the role of ego. He reminded French that rappers often convince themselves they're too smart, too powerful, or too untouchable to get played. That arrogance has destroyed bigger men than him. Joe warned that pride is the quickest way to fall. If French thinks he's immune to betrayal, he's already lost. Joe painted a brutal picture of what divorce court looks like for celebrities. Every secret gets dragged into the open, every dollar gets picked apart, and every weakness is used against you. He warned French that stepping into marriage without protection is basically volunteering to step into that courtroom unarmed. In Joe's eyes, that's not love, that's suicide. Like and subscribe for more celeb news, drama, and scandals. This is Imani Talk, and I'll see you in the next one.